everybody, Garrett back here. What I'm going to give you this week is a double dose of one of my favorite actors of all time, Michael J. Fox. Now, if you guys don't know, there is actually a movie that came out on Apple TV about Michael J. Fox, about his life, about his career, about his struggles with Parkinson's disease. And man, it just came out this weekend. And when I saw a trailer for it, I was just all in because I didn't realize this was even really going on until about a couple months ago when the trailer kind of dropped. But man, I checked it out this weekend and I loved it. I mean, it's sad, it's emotional, but at the same time, it just goes through his career and you think about what could have been. I say this all the time. I've talked about this on other shows and streams. What could have been with Michael J. Fox? Because he was literally on top of the world back in the 80s. He was coming out with hit after hit. And then all of a sudden, his career started to shift a little bit in the 90s, where his movies weren't really taking off like they did throughout the 80s. But come to find out, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in his late 20s, but did not tell anybody in Hollywood about it a little bit later. So as it started progressively getting worse, he had to let people know, he had to come clean. And it tells you the story about when he first noticed side effects, when he first noticed something wasn't right, and it goes through that whole story. And what's interesting about this and the way they kind of filmed it was they took movie clips from all those different movies and kind of used them to tell this story about him, you know, trying to deal with the fact that he had Parkinson's disease. And man, it's really, really cool. It shoots back to like his movies, then it goes back to his childhood, and it shows him in the 80s, like behind the scenes, but is another actor kind of playing him where they have the characters, but you see them kind of from the back with the outfit on. So it kind of resembles like it is that person, but it's really somebody else kind of in the moment. They do a lot of that too, which is really just cool to see because, you know, they show different things like from movies like the Wolfmobile or the DeLorean in the background and stuff. So really, really well done. And then obviously it's narrated mostly by Michael J. Fox himself. They show him now, how he's doing, how he's dealing with all this, gets into his family life. It shows him working with his trainer. I mean, man, it is such a real good documentary biopic. I don't know what you want to call it, but man, I highly recommend this. If you go on to Apple TV, you can get a free trial to kind of watch this. I loved it. I haven't seen anybody talk about it yet, so I wanted to make sure to kind of get this out there because being such a huge Michael J. Fox fan, I had to get Apple TV to see this thing because I did not want to miss it. I was lucky enough to meet Michael J. Fox many, many years ago. He was such a nice guy. I mean, again, with the Parkinson's, there was only so much he could do. He just stayed seated. I took a picture with him. He signed my poster back there for Back to the Future 2. Man, it was just a real cool experience. Definitely a bucket list item of somebody I definitely wanted to meet. But to see him now and his struggles, and he recently came out and said, like, he doesn't see himself lasting another 20 years. And that's just really sad. And man, I don't know what else to say about this, but I just think everybody needs to check this out. It is called Still, and it is on Apple TV now. It just debuted this weekend. So if you're a big fan of the 80s or Michael J. Fox, or just a real good story talking about his life, I definitely recommend checking this out. But like I said, it is emotional. It is a little bit sad. So just keep that in mind when you do watch this. So again, I want to give a quick rundown of the movie Still. Let me know down in the comments below, did you guys check this out? Even if you're hearing this video now and you're like, checked it out after you saw this, let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know if you thought it was just really well done. Let me know what you think about Michael J. Fox's career. I'm going to have another video this week talking my top 5 Michael J. Fox movies, and I'm going to kind of rank them for you guys there. So again, this is Garrett at Born to Be Rad, and like always, stay rad.